Betsy, look at these beans. We must plant some of them.
Oh, Bill, we must plant corn, too.
I wonder if the vegetables in our garden will grow as large as these in the seed catalog.
Victory Garden. That's the answer. We can grow food for victory in our own backyards, and even in vacant lots, where perhaps only weeds flourished before. Because so long as this war lasts, great quantities of food must be grown. Anywhere and everywhere we can find good soil to nourish the seeds, good soil and sunshine to make them grow. Still, it takes more than earth and sun to produce the right kind of victory garden. It requires a knowledge of how to plan and tend it. Need to strain transportation resources to bring food from a victory garden to the table. Mother picks it herself, fresh every day. Fresh food, good food. Food packed with the rich minerals and vitamins we all need to keep healthy, strong, and fit. Fresh food, good food. Food from our own backyards. Food from the gardens of victory, grown by you and me.
Morning, Jimmy. Great day for working in the garden.
What's great about it? I haven't started yet, and already I'm covered with fatigue.
Well, no wonder. How many tools you got there?
33, and I expect another load this afternoon.
That's great. Jimmy, all you need for a successful victory garden are the three basic tools: the spade, the rake, and the hoe. Now, what do you got all this other stuff for?
I guess I'm just putting in the hands of a fast-talking salesman.
Hey, Jimmy, wait a minute. Jimmy, what are you doing down in there, digging for oil?
Are you jesting, Junior? I'm planting radishes.
Planting radishes. Jimmy, radishes should be planted no more than a quarter of an inch below the surface.
A quarter of an inch? I knew it. I knew it.
You knew what?
I knew I never should have listened to that umbriago. I gotta hand it to you, Junior. Those are certainly lovely-looking tomatoes you got there.
Well, they ought to be. I've been taking good care of them. I've been using only the very best fertilizer.
Fertilizer?
Well, certainly. What have you been using?
On my tomatoes, I always put mayonnaise.
Look, before you start putting corned beef on your cabbage, I better explain a few things to you. You see, good soil and fertilizer are the foundation of your garden. Now, manure alone, or manure plus a commercial fertilizer, is the best way to fertilize your garden.
If you say so, Junior, that's the conditions that prevail.
Jimmy, what are you doing now?
What am I doing? I'm definitely not working on the sand collection. But if you must know, I'm watering my garden.
Well, you're doing it all wrong. Look, you do it this way. Turn this thing away. Now, here. Hold this a minute. You see? No soil washing.
What'll they think of next?
Remember, folks, the number of ration points that you'll have to spend next year on canned foods depends on how well you grow your victory garden now. So, see your victory garden through. Eat all the vegetables you can fresh and preserve the rest. You know, last year over 40% of all the vegetables we ate came from victory gardens. So don't forget, all of us can plant the seeds of victory right in our own backyard.
That's my boy.
then more of the food made by the plant will go into the tomatoes. But what are these? Tomato worms, and big ones. Bill decides that he, not the caterpillars, will win this time. But the pumpkin vines cause no trouble. They are now in bloom, and soon little pumpkins will form. The corn tassel and silk, stamens and pistils are parts of the flower. As the sun shines on the green leaves, they make food for the plant. It is August now. The crops need water. Rain, rain. It soaks into the soil. The spreading roots of the garden plants will take in the water. Rain, rain, don't go away, the gardeners say. The rain saves Bill from watering the garden. In 10 more days, the corn, the potatoes, and the onions can be harvested. With a potato fork, he digs enough to last the Allen family a few days. The vines have begun to turn brown, which means that the potatoes are about as big as they will get to be. Firm potatoes called tubers have formed at the end of the underground stems of the potatoes. The fall crop of potatoes will be bigger and firmer. In another month, the pumpkins will be ripe enough to harvest. The corn is ready for roasting. These ears are really fruits of the corn plant. Bill and Betsy have decided to let some of the choice ears ripen on the stalk for seed next year, and to exhibit some at the state fair.
These are jack-o'-lanterns that Betsy and I grew.
Now you know why people feel like celebrating at harvest time.
All over the world, people have feasting and good times when the crops have been gathered in.
Our feast is ready. Bill, you take the corn out now. Watch out, the ears are hot. Now you understand why the Pilgrims had a Thanksgiving feast.